Thanks a lot for tuning in to Modish Tech. This is the series where we are trying to find out what should be the areas where we should focus on in terms of SAP BTP, especially in 2024. And this is the fifth episode where we are trying to explain and trying to explore data and analytics pillar of SAP BTP. We'll start this episode by just briefly touching upon what we have covered till now. So, all other episodes where we did different pillars, we'll just briefly touch upon that. And then we'll see why data and analytics are relevant in today's world. Then we'll move to SAP BTP's data analytics pillar, and we'll know about the capabilities, different tools and technologies which are there, which we can use to enrich and enhance and analyze our data. Then we'll move to specifically what should be your focus in 2024, and then we'll see the upcoming episodes and how you can be part of this series. So pretty much the same structure as we have followed in our previous episodes. So we started this series with series introduction episode where I actually explained why I'm doing this series and what would be the structure of it, what will be the upcoming episodes. If you have not watched that episode, there will be a link on this particular screen which will just appear. You can go and watch it from there. Then we moved to SAP BTP Basics episode, where I actually explained various cloud-related facts. Example, what is cloud? What are different terminologies used in cloud computing world, like software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. I also explained how these landscapes are, the cloud landscapes, which is public, private, or hybrid, and what are hyperscalers. Then I tried to explain SAP BTP with two real life examples. One was setting up your own startup, and the other one was Indian wedding planning. Then we moved to SAP BTP Basics. We saw the building blocks, different pillars of SAP BTP, and how you can get started. And lastly, we saw TechEd 2023 announcements. We reviewed it, and we saw the platform-specific change, which Joule, with the introduction of Joule, you can see and how it will impact the work we do on a day-to-day basis today. And lastly, we wrapped it up with our recommendations. If you have not watched the episode, the link is displayed on the screen. In the application development episode, we looked at why application development is important and what is the relationship between your company's growth and the innovation which we are doing right now, which is essential. And then we moved to SAP BTP pillar. We talked about the capabilities, environments, the programming languages, runtimes, and all these things, even the framework of the applications, how we build it. Then we moved to SAP TechEd 2023 announcements, and we saw how SAP Build Code would be coming very soon, and it'll change how we develop applications. And lastly, we had some recommendations on the episode specific to the SAP BTP application development pillars. In the episode focused on automation pillar, we actually looked at different capabilities of the automation pillar, like the workflow management, intelligent robotic process automation. We also saw the process monitoring and the stores where we have the pre-built content. If you have not watched that episode, there will be a link on this screen which will pop up. We also had the TechKit 2023 announcements, where we saw how SAP Build Code will be generating the process flows for you. And lastly, we had some recommendations. Digital transformation is all about innovation. How you are innovating your business processes, how you're innovating your business so that you have the competitive edge in terms of your competitors, and how you can enhance your profit margins and impact on the society. So all this, like how your business is doing, basically analytics tells you, and analytics is basically a visualization of your data. So data is important, and all of us actually know this, that data is important. But the most important point is, in this era of artificial intelligence, where data is the key, we somehow miss the trick that we should have the quality data. Data quality is paramount because then you get the right analytics, and then you get to know how your business is working, where you want to work on. Reason being, you're doing analytics and you're doing decisions based on those analytics. So where should your focus be is basically the data and the quality of data. If you're not measuring anything, it's simple, it doesn't exist. So try to measure things, try to capture things which are relevant to your business, which can have an impact on your business processes, and then try to visualize it in the right way, and then try to get the right insights from it so that you can take the right decision. So all these things, data, analytics, and the quality of data, are paramount when it comes to any decision making in businesses. So let's now understand what are the capabilities of SAP BTP Analytics pillar, and especially what are the tools and services that we use in this pillar. Let's see all these in this particular section. From my perspective, SAP Data Analytics pillar has three main capabilities. The first one is data. So database, you need database to manage your data. Second one is the business data fabric, which we have been talking about all these days. So it means your data warehousing needs, your master data management, and everything. And the third one is analytics and planning, which will help you understand how your data is, what are the relationships, what are the insights, and then you can take the right decision on top of that. So these three are the key capabilities of SAP BTP Data and Analytics pillar. Let's talk databases. So SAP BTP offers different options if when it comes to databases. The default one, and which is one of my favorites, is SAP Hana Cloud because of its in-memory computing and it's very fast when in terms of and when you compare it with different databases, because it stores data in a columnar way, and there are other benefits as well. It has different engines to process data, which means it can process different types of data models. So, relational is a given. Since it's a database, we expect automatically that it should give us relational database where you can store your data and in a tabular form and you can analyze it. But then it has also capabilities of processing spatial data, so you can analyze your geo coordinates and everything. There are JSON models as well. So JSON you can store. Um, Recently, it has been upgraded with a vector engine, which supports the storage of vector embeddings, which will help you in building your intelligent applications, meaning artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. And it has a graphical processing capability as well, which gives you the relationship between different data points which you have in your databases. It has embedded artificial intelligence and machine learning libraries as well. So it's a better platform for all your intelligent application needs when it comes to database. It's a database as a service, and you can scale it, and it's very flexible in terms of scaling, and you can build your applications on top of that. So when we talk about business data fabric, it basically is consisting of two things: data sphere and the master data governance of any master data solution you may have. So SAP Data Sphere can connect to SAP as well as non-SAP data sources, and then it can handle all your cataloging or modeling or even distribution of your semantically rich data. This is very important because it's not just data, but data with meaning. That's why it's semantically rich data. um, SAP Data Sphere basically gives you a central entry point where all your data catalogs are there. So inside that data catalog, you can see where your data artifacts are coming from, where are they located. And then you can search for the data sets, you can do modeling on top, and even you can send your model data into maybe data lakes or lake houses, as the requirements may be. In terms of SAP Master Data Governance, we all know it's a master data tool, data governance tool, and it can basically consolidate master data. If you're using it, people also use partners or SAP partners master data tools as well, or even the third-party tools. So, but in SAP BTP ecosystem, SAP MDG, or even I can say SAP MDG Cloud, is one of the solutions which is part of the business data fabric. So, SAP Analytics Cloud is the one solution which caters to all the requirements in terms of analytics and planning. It has capabilities where you can connect your data source. There are different connectivity options, and then you can model on top of that. So, if you have different tables, if you have different data sources, you can do joins, you can build your model, and then you can visualize it in a story. This story is basically a drag and drop. You just need to do the bindings. So, bindings in the sense that what do you want to visualize? And then you have different types of charts where you can drag and drop and do your visualizations. You can also share it with your colleagues so that they can have their say in finalizing the visualization. And it's really very easy. It is role based, and it has capabilities of enterprise planning as well. You can also do predictive analysis based on your historic data. Recently, it has been given a feature called Just Ask, where your end users can directly talk to your data model. So, if they're okay with the stories which you have built, and if they want to explore further, they can directly write their questions in English, and the analytical model will basically give them the analytics as a result of or as an answer to their questions. So let's summarize what tools and services we have seen. The first one, database as a service, to cater to all your multi-model processing needs, be it the graphical models or spatial models, relational database, JSON, or vectors. It's SAP Hana Cloud. Then you have your data warehousing needs. SAP DataSphere can take you can take that. For analytics, you have SAP Analytics Cloud, and for your master data, you have Master Data Governance. Apart from all these, you have options in terms of databases where you can go with hyperscalers as well. So, PostgreSQL, you can choose any of those. Go to Discovery Center to look for different databases options. You also have master data solutions from partners, so you can explore SAP Store. So in this section, we'll review TechAid 2023 announcements. We'll also review SAP Data Unleashed 2024, which has recently happened, and we'll see what impact it has on how we do things today. As I have mentioned in my previous episode videos as well, TechAid 2023 was all about infusing AI, and it's not just one pillar, but the AI capabilities have been infused in all the pillars, be it application development, automation. We have all seen it there. Today we'll see how it has been infused in the data analytics pillar. So let's review it. So Joule is a natural language generative AI copilot, which will be part of SAP's cloud enterprise portfolio. We have already seen the demos where Joule is basically doing things on SAP BTP, like your account creation, user management, service, and entitlements. It's doing everything. We've also seen how in success factors, it's helping the end users, managers, and employees do their day-to-day things. The plan is that this will be embedded everywhere. SAP Data Unleashed 2024, which happened recently, had four important announcements. And these all four announcements are basically having a big impact on data analytics pillar. So the first one, generative AI copilot Joule, is now integrated in SAP Analytics Cloud. It's coming. It's not generally available, but this is coming. The second one, SAP Analytics Cloud and SAP DataSphere are now tightly linked. The third one is SAP Analytics Cloud Compass. And the fourth one is the introduction to the knowledge graph in SAP Data. Joule is coming to SAP Analytics Cloud, which means now you can build stories faster. So the visualization component just gets faster, aiding you to focus on the data modeling. SAP DataSphere is now integrated with SAP Analytics Cloud, giving you one single solution for your planning as well as for the data. So you're basically doing all your data warehousing in DataSphere and visualizing it in SAP Analytics Cloud. Business users and planners can now use a chat interface to run complex simulations using SAP Analytics Cloud Compass. SAP DataSphere Knowledge Graph is basically the knowledge backbone. So it's like uncovering the relationships between your data points, which is now available on SAP DataSphere, and you can utilize it to understand your data points as well as to understand or to get the answers of your most difficult questions for your business. As I have already mentioned in the earlier slides, SAP HANA Cloud, the change is like it has now vector engine embedded, which means that it'll aid you in storing all your embeddings for your artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. So that's the change. It has become more powerful in terms of multimodal processing and has added the vector processing as one of its capabilities. Talking about SAP Analytics Cloud, it has Just Ask feature where your end users can talk to the data model which you have created, so that they can have answers to questions which are not covered in your stories. And other things like SAP Analytics Cloud will have Joule very soon, where you can create or you can speed up the story creation. SAP Analytics Cloud will have a compass where your end users and planners can run difficult and complex simulations and the scenarios. TechId 2023 announced the semantic onboarding as part of SAP DataSphere, where you are not just using your data, but you're using your data in full context. And Data Unleashed event basically gave two more options, two more features to SAP DataSphere. The first one, it is now tightly integrated with SAP Analytics Cloud. And the second one is that it has the knowledge graph capabilities, which can answer most of your difficult questions in terms of the relationship between your data points. Let's see the impact of all these announcements that have been made. So the way we do work currently is, let's say in SAP Analytics Cloud, we model the data and then we build, we visualize the data uh, in terms of stories. Now, with the introduction of Joule in SAP Analytics Cloud, probably this manual work of drag drop of wizards and configuring for different chart types, it can give us a starting point, and then we can refine on top of it. So it's basically saving us effort, time, and hence the money. In terms of many other tools which have been introduced recently, like the knowledge graph and the compass, it will all aid to the data team and the analytics team. In terms of if you are using data warehouse infrastructure on premise, probably it would be a good place or a good time to look out for the SAP Data Sphere. Reason being, it has so many capabilities, AI embedded, so it might be a great choice if you are looking to move to cloud. So let's understand where should you focus on now. So you have seen Joule. Now it has been integrated to SAP Analytics Cloud as well. So I would say Joule is probably the first choice when it comes to any of these pillars because it is disrupting everything. So look out for the release of Joule. Maybe build your stories from by just giving prompts to Joule and see if that works for you. If it doesn't, then build on top of it whatever Joule has given you. In terms of databases, if you're using any peripheral databases or any file systems, it is a high time to move to cloud because if it's not measured, it does not exist. If you're going to measure your data, you have to keep it somewhere, not in the file systems. And why I say peripheral databases is because you have to maintain all those databases again. SAP HANA Cloud gives you the options to create your own custom tables, your own schemas. So there is actually no need of using the peripheral databases, just one database which can cater to all your needs. And if you've not already started with the SAP Data Sphere, I would say it's the high time because it caters to all your data warehousing needs. So maybe give it a try. And the best part is it is integrated or tightly integrated with SAP Analytics Cloud. So you model your data in DataSphere and you can easily visualize it in SAP Analytics Cloud. Give it a try. So, in terms of upcoming episodes, the next one would be on artificial intelligence, followed by integration, and then we'll wrap up the series with all the recommendations we have. And probably there is something special coming up in the wrap up episode. You can watch the whole series and other different videos which I have done on my YouTube channel. The channel's handle is Modish Tech Digital. Make sure you're subscribing to it and hitting the bell icon because then only you'll know when the new video is out. So that's it in the analytics episode. We'll bring you the artificial intelligence episode next. So stay tuned to Modish Tech and spread the word. Thank you.